Hey, how you doing, everybody? It's Wednesday evening, and yes, it's been an interesting day for me because I've sat at my desk and done a lot, not, but I have been chatting with lovely people today, and I have been empowered by the conversation, so it's been worth the while. This week, I really found myself questioning my belief. Actually, seriously, I started to check my blood pressure recently out of no need for it, and I realized that my blood pressure was higher than it should be reading, and it should get me worried, right? But I thought to myself that there must be a reason for this, so I know there's a need for a change in diet, okay? But over and beyond that, I realized this morning, I was speaking to a family friend yesterday, and they said to me that they recently had a procedure done, and the procedure entailed them being under general anesthetic. And on coming out of the general anesthetic, they found out that the husband, who had very high blood pressure, had low balanced, accurate blood pressure. And he asked the doctor, how come? Said, you were under general anesthetic and your brain wasn't actively involved in what was going on. So he was not stressed, he was at rest. Nothing consumed his mind, nothing worried him. And then God asked me a question this morning. So really, are you at rest? Why do you think your blood pressure is up? And then I realized that if I say I'm in faith, then my blood pressure really should not be up. Yes, there might be other elements like salt and all of that. That is part of the reason. But first and foremost, I'm going through quite a few things right now that have consumed my mind and has put me under a lot of pressure. And if I don't enter rest, then that is explainable, the blood pressure. So that was a test of whether I was in faith, at rest, and in belief. And a lot of these things are not physically detectable. You don't notice them. But it's a good spiritual check when we have medical conditions, because I can say to you that faith is so key to our journey to living the life of our dreams. You know, they say pain is when life's conditions don't match our model. So what we expect life conditions to be, if it doesn't add up, then you feel pain. But guess what suffering is? And that happens a lot. You feel pain when things are not happening the way it should happen. Then your expectations what is going on does not meet your expectations. So you feel pain, you feel uncomfortable. But get what suffering is? Suffering is when that happens and you have no control or any way of changing it. You feel that there's no way you can change it. So pain is okay because you can change it. But when you feel that you can't change it, then that's a suffering. But there's nothing you can change. So you should not really suffer. You should not really suffer. And one thing that I want to talk about today is to enter into rest is key. You see, faith, compassion, determination, and courage, they are the antidotes to disempowering states of mind. States of mind that are negative, that release negative hormones, that make you feel negative. You know, they say that if you say you're sad, you're doing sadness. It's a choice to be sad. And I say that with a lot of respect to those who have had challenges in recent days that have made them sad. But you do sadness by the way you see the situation, the meaning you give to the situation, the physiology, or the way you carry yourself. You know, I said to you in the past that when you want to feel good and change your feeling, if you change your posture, your whole emotional experience of that event changes. If you are bowled over, you feel disempowered, you feel life is all over and life is not treating you well, you would have the posture that encourages that state of mind. So we do it. We do sadness, we do all those things by our posture, our belief, the meaning, how we evaluate the situation, how our beliefs are working, what you believe is the norm or the model that has just been challenged. So if we have faith, compassion, determination, courage, positive drive, that is the antidote to disempowering states. So my disempowering state that is leading to blood pressure, as an example, can be overcome if I truly have faith. If I'm determined to not be stressed about anything. If I let myself be filled with gratitude rather than worry and anxiety, which are subtle, very subtle. So pay attention to your body. It's telling you something. Are you sad? Do you think you're suffering? Do you think you're a victim? Do you think you're unfortunate? Do you think life hasn't been fair to you? It's time to really begin to understand, how do you deal with that disempowering state? Faith, compassion, courage, and determination are a few of the antidotes that can help you overcome that disempowering state. Faith is key for me in this season. Belief is the key. If I believe, then all things are possible. Nothing is impossible to them that believe. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Love you all, and God bless.